Are you over 60 and still drinking the same milk you grew up with, believing it keeps your bones strong, yet finding your knees ache, your energy fades, and your memory slips a little more each year? The glass you thought was helping you may, in fact, be quietly working against you. But here is the twist. Not every milk harms. Some, chosen wisely, can soothe your joints, strengthen your bones, and even sharpen your mind. In this video, I'm Dr. James, and I will show you 4 milks you must never touch after 60, and 4 that can become daily allies for your strength and independence. Researchers recently observed that the wrong type of milk raised fracture risk in older adults by more than 50%. That's not a small number. That is the difference between walking confidently or fearing each step. Stay with me until the end, because the number 1 milk I'll reveal has been shown to support bone density, immunity, and even slow the aging of the brain. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment if this touches you, because your voice matters and your health deserves clarity. Before we uncover the healing choices, we need to face the hidden traps. Many seniors pick up these cartons in the supermarket, thinking they are healthy, yet they quietly drain strength, joint comfort, and energy. Let us begin with the first one. Mistake number 1. Sweetened almond milk, the silent sugar bomb. At first glance, almond milk looks innocent, even elegant. It is plant-based, light, and often marketed as the gentle alternative to cow's milk. But the sweetened versions carry a hidden danger. Most cartons contain less than 2% real almonds. The rest is water mixed with gums, stabilizers, and added sugars. Imagine pouring sugar directly into your joints. That is what these sweetened drinks do. Studies have shown that seniors who regularly consumed sweetened non-dairy milks had nearly 40% higher risk of insulin resistance and belly fat. Why is this especially dangerous after 60? Because our insulin sensitivity naturally drops with age. What once was just a sweet treat now spikes blood sugar, feeds belly fat, stiffens joints, and worsens arthritis. The signs often creep in silently. A little more brain fog, energy crashes in the afternoon, tighter rings around the waistline. Harold, 80 years old, told me he used to drink a tall glass of sweetened almond milk every morning, believing it was the healthy choice. But within months, he noticed he needed longer naps. His knees grew stiffer, and his doctor warned him of rising blood sugar. When he switched to unsweetened, calcium-fortified almond milk, something changed. Within weeks, the fog lifted, his joints felt lighter, and his lab results began to improve. In my view, this is not about fear, but awareness. Sweetened almond milk is not a nourishing friend. It is a quiet saboteur. The safe path is simple. Always choose unsweetened almond milk fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. This trio works like a silent orchestra, keeping bones strong, muscles contracting properly, and nerves firing smoothly. You are not failing. Your body is only asking for better fuel. And just when many think they've made a safe, modern choice by switching to oat milk, another quiet problem appears. It looks creamy, it feels comforting, but without the right nutrients, it slowly drains more than it gives. Mistake number 2, unfortified oat milk. The empty glass walk into any cafe today, and you'll see oat milk everywhere, served as if it were the healthiest trend. But for older adults, unfortified oat milk is like drinking a glass of water with hidden strings attached. On the surface, it is smooth and filling, yet most brands without fortification contain little or no calcium and vitamin D, the very nutrients that protect thinning bones. Researchers noted that seniors who consumed unfortified oat milk regularly had more bone density loss and more fatigue compared to those who drank fortified versions. Here is the deeper problem. Oats naturally contain phytic acid, which acts like a thief in the night, binding to calcium and magnesium and carrying them out of the body. For someone over 60, already losing bone mass and muscle function, this creates a faster slide into weakness. On top of that, many oat milks are rich in starches that break down quickly, spiking blood sugar and pushing insulin higher. For an older body with declining insulin sensitivity, each cup can add to belly fat, slower muscles, and unstable energy. Signs of this mistake often whisper unexplained tiredness, balance problems, or even unintentional weight loss. Margaret, 79 years old, shared with me how her daily lattes with plain oat milk left her bones weaker and her doctor concerned. Once she switched to fortified, unsweetened oat milk, providing at least 25% of daily calcium and vitamin D per serving, her energy steadied and her risk of falls dropped. My personal view is simple. Oat milk itself is not the enemy. It becomes dangerous only when stripped of its armor. Always choose the versions strengthened with calcium and vitamin D, and ideally unsweetened. This way, every sip builds you up rather than drains you. This isn't decay. It's a reminder that your body deserves true nourishment, not empty promises. And perhaps the most deceptive of all is the one that seems designed especially for seniors. It promises comfort, easy digestion, and freedom from cramps. Yet once flavored and sweetened, it quietly becomes one of the most harmful choices. Mistake number 3. Flavored lactose-free milk, a wolf in sheep's clothing. On the surface, lactose-free milk sounds like a blessing. Many people past 60 find that regular cow's milk leaves them bloated, cramping, or running to the bathroom. So when the carton says lactose-free, it feels like a safe harbor. But here's the catch. Flavored versions like chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry are loaded with added sugars, syrups, and artificial sweeteners that turn relief into risk. In older adults, researchers observed that those who drank flavored lactose-free milk regularly developed higher fasting insulin and gained belly fat within months. For a body already more sensitive to sugar swings, that is like pouring fuel on a fire. And it doesn't stop at sugar. Many brands mix in stabilizers like carrageenan or sweeteners like sucralose. These may irritate the gut, disrupt thyroid balance, and even worsen joint pain. What should have been a gentle drink becomes a metabolic trap, raising inflammation, fogging the mind, and tiring the heart. Add in hydrogenated oils used for creaminess, and you have a mixture that can worsen cholesterol and push cardiovascular risk higher. The signs are subtle but familiar. Sharper energy crashes after a sweet glass, creeping weight gain around the waist, more stiffness in the joints. Robert, 72 years old, once relied on chocolate lactose-free milk as his evening treat. Within half a year, he was struggling with rising blood sugar and fatigue. His doctor urged him to swap for plain, unsweetened, lactose-free milk. When he did, pairing it with blueberries and chia for gentle sweetness, the bloating disappeared and his energy returned. From my perspective, this is the lesson. What comforts the tongue can sometimes burden the body. The safer path is unflavored, unsweetened, lactose-free milk, paired with natural fruits for sweetness. That way, you honor both taste and health. And finally, we come to the milk most familiar, the one that sat on our tables for decades. It feels comforting, even nostalgic. Yet after 60, it is perhaps the most damaging of all. Mistake number 4. A 1 ultra-pasteurized cow's milk, the hidden burden on aging bodies. For many seniors, this is the milk they grew up on, poured over cereal or warmed before bed. But the truth is sobering. Most conventional cow's milk in the United States comes from cows that produce a protein called A1 beta-casein. For a young body, this may pass unnoticed, but for an older digestive system, A1 protein can act like sandpaper, irritating the gut lining, stressing the immune system, and even clouding mental clarity. Clinical observations have shown that seniors who drank A1 milk daily had higher levels of inflammation and slower mental sharpness than those who switched to A2 milk. Then there is the issue of ultra-pasteurization. Heating milk to extreme temperatures may kill bacteria, but it also denatures delicate proteins and enzymes, making digestion harder. For someone over 60, with less stomach acid and slower metabolism, this translates into bloating, weaker nutrient absorption, and greater systemic inflammation. And we cannot ignore the chemical residues, hormones, antibiotics, GMO feed, that quietly ride along in conventional milk. Over years, these disrupt hormones, confuse calcium regulation, and undermine immunity, 3 pillars of healthy aging. The signs show up slowly: more stiffness in the morning, fragile bones despite drinking milk, and sometimes even memory lapses. Harold, 80 years old, once told me he trusted a tall glass of regular milk every night, thinking it would keep his bones safe. But fractures still came, and so did the fog. Only after switching to A2 milk, gently pasteurized, did he feel digestion ease, stiffness lessen, and sleep improve. My view is clear. The milk that once nourished in youth can betray an old age if it is the wrong kind. The safer path is to choose A2 cow's milk, goat milk, or kefir, and avoid ultra-pasteurized varieties whenever possible. These options provide the same comfort, but without the quiet harm. This isn't weakness, it is wisdom, knowing when to let go of what no longer serves you. So far, we've uncovered the hidden dangers, the 4 milks that quietly erode strength instead of building it. But here is the silver lining. Not all milk is an enemy. In fact, some are gentle allies that can restore balance, soothe inflammation, and even sharpen your mind as the years advance. Let's turn the page now to the healing choices. Best milk number 1. Goat milk, gentle on the gut, strong for the bones. Goat milk may not be the first carton you reach for, yet it holds centuries of quiet respect in traditional cultures. The reason is simple. Its protein is almost entirely A2, the gentler form that slips through the aging digestive tract without irritation. Imagine it as a key designed perfectly for the older lock. No scraping, no forcing, just smooth entry. Observations show that seniors who switched from cow's milk to goat milk reported less bloating, easier digestion, and better calcium absorption. What makes goat milk remarkable is not just its digestibility, but its richness. It carries calcium, phosphorus, zinc, and bioavailable selenium. Selenium in particular supports the thyroid, bolsters immunity, and steadies mood. 3 areas where many seniors silently struggle. And unlike long-chain fats that sit heavy, the medium-chain fatty acids in goat milk convert quickly to fuel, keeping muscles moving and energy more stable. The signs of benefit can be subtle yet profound. Fewer stomach cramps after breakfast, steadier balance through the day, and bones that hold steady on scans. Margaret, 79 years old, used to avoid milk altogether because of stomach upset. When she discovered goat milk, warmed gently with a sprinkle of cinnamon at night, Her discomfort eased and her sleep deepened. In my own view, goat milk is not a forgotten relic, but a quiet friend waiting on the shelf. Choose full-fat, gently pasteurized, with no added sugars, and let it accompany your oats, granola, or bedtime rituals. Your body is not betraying you, it is guiding you toward what it can truly embrace. And while goat milk offers comfort and minerals, some prefer a lighter, plant-based choice. Yet here, the difference between harm and healing lies in a single word on the label: unsweetened. Best milk number 2. Unsweetened fortified almond milk. Light, clean, and protective. Almond milk, when chosen wisely, becomes one of the smartest swaps after 60. Unlike cow's milk, it has no lactose, no casein, and almost no natural sugar. That means it won't spike blood sugar, stir up low-grade inflammation, or upset digestion. Instead, it offers light hydration, gentle minerals, and, when fortified, the very trio older bodies need most: calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. Together, they act like 3 musicians playing in harmony. Calcium strengthens bones, vitamin D helps place that calcium where it belongs, and magnesium steadies the rhythm of muscles and nerves. Clinical observations have noted that older adults who replaced regular milk with calcium-fortified almond milk enjoyed less joint stiffness and more stable blood sugar in just a few weeks. Another hidden gift of almond milk is vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that shields tissues from oxidative stress and helps preserve memory. Seniors with higher vitamin E intake often show slower cognitive decline, a quiet protection in every sip. The signs of improvement often come gently: fewer afternoon crashes, steadier balance, joints that no longer ache as sharply. Harold, 80 years old, once believed sweetened almond milk was his healthy habit. But when he switched to unsweetened, fortified almond milk, his waistline shrank, his knees loosened, and his clarity returned. My personal reflection is this: almond milk is neither trend nor trap. It is a tool. Chosen with care, unsweetened, fortified, clean of thickeners, it becomes a daily ally for bones, muscles, and brain. Use it as the base for blueberry smoothies, chia puddings, or even poured over warm oats. This is not restriction. It is refinement, finding the version that truly supports you. And if almond milk gives you lightness, there is another option that offers life itself: a milk alive with cultures that can transform digestion, balance, and even the mind. Best milk number 3. Kefir, the living milk of renewal. At first glance, kefir looks like drinkable yogurt, but it is far more powerful. It is a living, fermented milk filled with dozens of strains of beneficial bacteria and yeasts. Think of it as planting a healthy garden inside your gut, each sip sowing seeds that grow into resilience. For seniors, this is no small gift. As we age, our gut diversity narrows, nutrient absorption falls, and inflammation quietly rises. Kefir addresses this by restoring balance. Observations show that older adults who drank kefir daily developed more diverse gut flora, improved vitamin D absorption, and even steadier balance when walking. Kefir is also rich in calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and vitamin K2. K2 is the conductor of the orchestra, guiding calcium away from arteries and into bones, reducing the risk of brittle skeletons and clogged vessels. For someone over 60, this means stronger bones, steadier heart rhythms, and a lower risk of fractures. The benefits reveal themselves in daily life: less bloating after meals, improved coordination, or the simple joy of having a comfortable stomach. Robert, 74 years old, once battled reflux and fatigue. After adding unsweetened kefir to his breakfast routine, his digestion calmed, his walking steadied, and his doctor noted better bone density over time. From my perspective, kefir is not just a drink, it is a ritual of renewal. The safest choice is plain, unsweetened kefir made from whole milk, rich in live cultures. Blend it with berries, pour it over oats, or enjoy a small glass with meals. This is not just nourishment. It is nature's way of reminding your body how to heal itself. And finally, we arrive at the most surprising choice of all. It looks just like the milk you've always known, but beneath the surface it carries a difference so small it cannot be seen, yet so powerful it can change the way an older body feels each day. Best milk, number 4. A 2-whole milk, the familiar glass, transformed. At first glance, a 2 milk is no different from the cartons you've poured for decades. It froths in coffee, splashes over oats, and tastes just the same. But inside, it holds only the A2 form of beta-casein protein, without the inflammatory A1 protein that troubles so many older adults. For a body over 60, that difference is like the shift from discord to harmony. Observations show that seniors who switched to A2 milk reported fewer digestive complaints, steadier energy, and even sharper mental clarity compared to those drinking regular A1 milk. Unlike plant milks, A2 milk preserves the full nutrient profile of traditional dairy: protein, calcium, vitamin D, and healthy fats. Yet without the hidden irritant, your body can actually use these nutrients effectively. The fats help absorb vitamins D and K2, critical for bones and joints. The protein supports muscle repair, so you keep your strength for walking, lifting, and living independently. And nutrients like B12 and iodine feed the brain, helping preserve memory and focus. Signs of benefit are often subtle at first. Less bloating after meals, easier mornings, or joints that no longer ache as fiercely. Margaret, 78 years old, told me her evening glass of A2 milk became a ritual, soothing her body, calming her nerves, and helping her sleep more deeply. From my perspective, a 2-whole milk is not simply another carton on the shelf. It is a way to honor the familiar comfort of milk without carrying the hidden burdens of A1. Choose full-fat, grass-fed when possible, and avoid ultra-pasteurized versions that strip away its natural gifts. This isn't just drinking milk. It is reclaiming the nourishment your body remembers, in a form it can still embrace with ease. So we return to the simple glass of milk on the table, once thought to be the universal food of strength. For many of us, it carried memories of childhood, of comfort, of caring parents. But after 60, the truth is gentler and more complex. Not all milk is created equal. Some varieties quietly stiffen the joints, cloud the memory, and weaken bones. Others, when chosen wisely, can become daily allies, calming inflammation, strengthening the skeleton, sharpening the mind. This is not about fear or regret. It is about dignity, about giving your body what it now truly needs. You still have the power to choose again. You still have the freedom to nourish your future with wisdom. Every sip can either weaken or restore, and today you know which direction to take. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment and write, Number 1. Share with me one change you are ready to make. And if you have not yet subscribed, do so now, because aging should never mean silence, shame, or surrender. Here we walk together with strength, with peace, and with positive energy. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, and remember, the right choices today protect the freedom you will enjoy tomorrow. See you in the next video.